Hello? I'm not sure. I probably figured it out. Test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Um, this is a bonus video because the first one was terrible at sound. I had just something. I didn't have the microphone to full sensitivity or something. If you would be so kind and comment on each video if the first one is bad and this one is good, it would help me. Just one person tell me that this is okay. This is should be the better sound. So I want to read you from. I want to read to myself. So I'm at page 11 or something. So I want to read for myself. Even the words that I don't understand, maybe I don't know how to say them, I'm sorry. But I will not Google every weird word I read because I want to know what it's about. So if you didn't hear me, my boyfriend is not coming back to me, and we are friends and we are meeting each other. He loves the girl that he cheated on me with, and I'm okay with it. I wasn't the first 2 weeks, but now I'm more okay. And if this is okay, then I'm happy because I bought 3,000 Czech crowns. It was this notebook, but the camera here is very slow. I didn't know it. So not sure what to do about it. But if you want nice sound, it will be this, and even this background. This is from Pizzeria. It's old menu. Yum. I'm hungry now. So I will start to read. So those were the news, nothing. You probably heard me. We are together. We are not together. And we are friends. Oh my god. I don't know how to make the computer be silent. So maybe for this sounds I have to delete the video if it's copyrighted, so hopefully not. I saw a couple of people to have it in their videos and nothing was wrong. So I thought it was a nervous kick, but maybe it's a low-grade torture tactic. I want to knock it off the table. I want, Charlie says, early fielding the glory of small things. That book didn't sell because because her publisher didn't know how to sell it, Charlie says. Wharton House could. My eyebrow arches and I do my best to school it back into place. Just then the server approaches our table. Can I get you anything while you are perusing the menu? She asks sweetly. Goat cheese salad for me, Charlie says, without looking at either of us. Probably he's looking forward to pronouncing my favorite salad in the city inedible. And for you, ma'am, the server asks. I stifle the shiver that runs down my spine whenever a 20-something calls me madam. Ma'am, this must be how ghosts feel when people walk over their graves. I'll have that too, I say, and then, because this has been one hell of a day, and there is no one here to impress, and because I'm trapped here for at least 40 more minutes with a man I have no intention of ever working with, I say, and a gin martini, dirty. Charlie's brow just barely lifts. It's 3 p.m. on a Thursday, not exactly happy hour, but given that publishing shuts down the summer and most people take Fridays off, it's practically the weekend. Bad day, I say under my breath as the server disappears with our order. Not as bad as mine, Charlie replies. The rest hangs in the air unsaid. I read 80 pages of Once in a Lifetime, then sat down with you. I scoff, you really didn't like the setting. I can hardly imagine anywhere I'd less enjoy spending 400 pages. You know, I say, you are every bit as pleasant as I was told you would be. I can't control how I feel, he says coolly. I bristle. That's like Charles Manson saying he's not the one who committed the murders. It might be true on a technical level, but it's hardly the point. The server drops off my martini and Charlie grumbles. Could I get one of those too? Later that night my phone pings with an email. Hi Nora, feel free to keep me in mind for Dusty future projects. Charlie. I can't help rolling my eyes. No nice meeting you. No hope you're well. He couldn't even be bothered with basic nice dice. Gritting my teeth, I type back, mimicking his style. Charlie. If she writes anything about lifestyle guru Charlie Manson, you will be the first to know. Nora. I tuck my phone in 10-step skincare routine, also known as the best 45 minutes of my day. My phone vibrates and I pull it out. No. N. Jokes on you. Very much want to read that. C. Hell bent on having the last word I write. Night. Good night is decidedly not what I mean. Best Charlie writes back like he's singing. Signing an email that doesn't exist. If there's one thing I hate more than shoes with no heels, it's losing. I write back X. No reply, checkmate. After a day from hell, this small victory makes me feel like all is right in the world. I finish my skincare routine. I read 5 blissful chapters of a grisly mystery novel, and I drift off on my perfect mattress without a thought to spare for Grant and his new life in Texas. I sleep like a baby or an ice queen. Two years later. The city is baking, the asphalt sizzles, the trash on the sidewalk reeks. The families we pass carry ice pops that shrink with every step, melting down their fingers. Sunlight glances off buildings like a laser-based security system in an out-of-date haste movie, and I feel like a glazed donut that's been left out in the heat for 4 days. Meanwhile, even 5 months pregnant, and despite the temperature, Libby looks like the star of a shampoo commercial. 3 times she sounds a wet. How does a person get dumped in a full lifetime swap 3 times? Just lucky, I guess. I say, really, it's 4, but I never could bring myself to tell her the whole story about Jakob. It's been years and I can still barely tell myself that story. Libby sighs and loops her arm through mine. My skin is sticky from the heat and humidity of midsummer, but my baby sister is miraculously dry and silky. I might have gotten mom's 5 feet and 11 inches of height, but the rest of her features all funneled down to my sister, from the strawberry gold hair to the white Mediterranean sea blue eyes, and a splash of freckles across her nose. Her short, curvy statue must have come from Dad's gene pool. Not that we would know. He left when I was 3 and Libby was months months from being born. When it's natural, my hair is a dull ashy blonde, and my eyes' shade of blue is less idyllic vacation water and more lasting you see before the ice freezes over and you drown. She's the Marianne to my Eleanor, the Meg Ryan to my Parker Posey. She is also my absolute favorite person on the planet. Oh, Nora, Libby squeezes me to her as we come to a crosswalk, and I bask in the closeness, no matter how hectic life and work sometimes get. It's always felt like there were some internal metronomes keeping us in sync. I would pick up my phone to call her and it would already be ringing, or she would text me about grabbing lunch and we would realize we were already in the same part of the city. The last few months, though, we have been ships passing in the night, actually more like a submarine and a paddle boat in entirely separate lakes. I miss her cause while I'm in meetings and she's already asleep by the time I call back, she finally invites me to dinner on a night I've promised to take a client out. Worse than that is the faint, uncanny of feeling when we are actually together, like she's only halfway here, like those metronomes have fallen into different rhythms, and even when we're right next to each other, they never manage to match up. At first I would chalk it up to stress about the new baby, but as time has worn on, my sisters seemed more distant rather than closer. We are fundamentally out of sync in a way I can't seem to name, and not even my dream mattress and a cloud of diffused lavender oil are enough to keep me from lying awake turning over our last few conversations, like I'm looking for faint cracks. Well, I must read the last page, but it's almost 20 minutes. I'm not sure if it works because I did a test, then I closed it. Want to show you my new cigarette. I'll show you, but not sure if I can. Spaceman. So not sure if it's not in default. I had to put the sensitivity, then I closed it. I'm not sure if it's not back to the low level. So please let me know, because I'm maybe my ex-boyfriend will